Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Stove's Dining How To. The last video we did was we were discussing ideas for the barbecue, so we're continuing on them ideas at the minute. We have a client in a couple of weeks' time that's looking for a vegetarian barbecue, and these are just some of the ideas that we actually came up with. The next thing we're going to do is courgettes. Now, as I was saying before regarding aubergines, you want to look for, when you're actually barbecuing vegetables, something that's going to withstand a little bit more heat and something that's going to look presentation wise as well. You've got to think of how you're actually going to cut your vegetables to go in the barbecue. You don't want them cut too small that they actually fall through onto your barbecue as well. So what we're actually going to do with these courgettes, these are actually quite nice courgettes, and what you find with courgettes as well is there's quite a high water content in them. So what we're going to do is these will shrink, and like I said a minute ago, we need to have them quite long, so we're going to cut them straight in half lengthways, and we'll do exactly the same as what we did with the aubergines before. Just cut them slightly at an angle. This will just let some of the flavours in, and we'll do the same with this one. And what we're going to add to this, we're going to add a little bit of garlic to this one. There's many a variation you can add to these. Do exactly the same with the other courgette. I mean, if you've got extra large courgettes, then maybe you can cut them in half widthways and then cut them lengthways in half. It doesn't really matter, but you've got to remember that these things need to fit on people's plates as well. And what you'll find is that that a lot of people maybe have these when they've been charcoaled and marinated and all that in baguettes as well as another way of eating them. So what we have here is, obviously we've done the courgettes, we've cut them down, we've got a nice pattern on them and all that as well. And as I was saying before, they will be placed like that on the barbecue, so you will get a nice charring on there. So we need to try and protect that as well with obviously oil and flavouring. So what we have, place into the bowl, we have some of the crushed garlic that we were cooking before in milk. We've got sea salt in here and a little bit of rice bran oil. So what we're going to do is just going to add a little bit of this to your courgettes, and you're just going to spread it onto your courgettes. This will infuse the flavour, the sweet garlicky flavour, into your courgette. I mean, we'll probably used, I'd say maybe about 2 cloves or so. If you can see, this is all going on. It's a bit pasty. Into your courgettes. This will add a lovely flavour to them. There we are, we've done that. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to add a tiny bit of molten sea salt. What you find when you add salt to vegetables like this, they will wilt and soften a little bit.